I was recommended Hunafaa by a family member who'd been with them before, and they said they provided a good service. So I thought, yeah, I'll give them a try. And to be honest with you, right from day one, I was very impressed by the service that they provided. I made contact with the brothers straight away. I think Brother Shekhul was the one who answered the phone, gave me all the information I wanted, answered all my questions, set up a meeting, which I came down to London to do.
So, alhamdulillah, talked to Sheikhul, was impressed by the fact that he knew all the numbers, he knew exactly what was, alhamdulillah, to the best of his knowledge, what was going to happen. We sat together and he answered all my questions, showed me everything, what's from day one, what happens and what you have to do. And then after that, all the questions and all the information we needed, things like deposit, visa applications and, just what time off you needed to book from work and things like that. When I was in the office, I liked the fact that Sheikhul had everything organised. Here's your passports, here's your nice little folder with everything in it. You had your letter-headed paper with the card stapled to it, with everything attached to it, and we were told that we were going to get the ATOL protected certificates, travel certificates and so on and so forth, which then it fills you with a certain level of confidence.
Thanks to you guys, the seminar helped. Having done the seminar and the booklets and the pamphlets that you sent out. So we were aware of what was going to take place, when things were going to happen, how things were going to take place. So there wasn't a period where I thought I was confused or I'm lost or anything.
The other thing I think most of us felt, which was probably one of the objectives of that seminar, was the actual spiritual uplifting, the motivation. And I think that's something which is a really great credit to Hunafaa Travel, because I felt that element was there even throughout the Hajj. Hunafaa always had people on by. Every time you went out to Salah, every time you were out, you came back and there was at least one or two of the brothers in the reception area waiting for you. They just to say hello, assalamu alaikum, and greet you. And if you had any questions, they were there to answer you.
I could call the brothers anytime if I had any questions. They would answer. If they couldn't answer, I'd message them. They'd get back to me one way or another. So I never felt I was alone in this journey. And then that continued even when we got to Saudi Arabia. It's like they took us through step by step everything. Like before we went on anything, they got everyone together. They talked us through what to expect, what the anticipations were. If we had questions, they'd allow us to ask them. One great thing I found about the package was there was no such thing as a silly question, and everybody really allowed you to ask any question you wanted. The two ustads we had were brilliant. Any questions we had at any time, they were willing to answer. They took time out for us. Never felt like, it was a burden on them, anything we asked. Sheikh Abu Ubaid and Sheikh Thaqib, alhamdulillah, the ustads, they gave talks that covered different matters. And I think as you get to know them, you find out that, they each cover a certain area because they each have an area that you generally just feel comfortable talking to them about anyway. So with regards to Ustad Thaqib, it's about the fiqh of everything and just about the actual practicalities of it. Whereas with Sheikh Abu Ubaid, it was more of how should I put it, a wake-up call, kind of more of a refreshing of ideas, almost not of shifting perspective, but of realigning them towards what you should actually be aiming for when you go for Hajj. From the beginning to the end, they did the talks. They even took us to the rooftop, sat us down, talked us through what to expect on the Hajj days. Everyone got to ask their questions. By the time I got into my ihram to go to Mina, I felt well prepared. I felt that I knew as much as I could know, and I also knew that if I had any questions, I could easily ask. The brothers, they were really good. There was 5-6 of them, including the ustads, and they always made sure that there was somebody who was going ahead of the groups to make sure that when the rest of the party got there, everything was set up and there was somebody there to greet us and somebody we knew, rather than feeling all alienated and, didn't know what to do. So that was really good.
Hunafaa যে সার্ভিসটা দিছে আমার কাছে লাগছে যে এরা যতখানি পাওয়ার উপযুক্ত তার চেয়ে বেশি সার্ভিস দিছে আমাদেরকে, এবং সার্ভিস পাইয়া এত আমি বিশেষ করে এত খুশি যে আমি যত পয়সা দিয়েছি না কেন, আমি পয়সার থেকে আমি বেশি ভালো সার্ভিস পাইছি। এত ভালো সার্ভিস পাইছি যে বলা আসলে যে দেখবো সেই কইব। আমি ভেরি গুড ফিল করতেছি এই জন্য যে আমি পাইছি সার্ভিস, আমি রিয়েলি পাইছি।
I think it all boils down to this. When somebody wants to do Hajj, they're going to be in the same situation as me. Is this the best for my family? Is this the best for me? Is it cost effective? That always matters. Am I going to get the best Hajj out of this? Or am I going to be left in the lurch? With regards to all those questions, I think Hunafaa was the best option for me. And in hindsight, I've been proven right. I came away feeling rejuvenated.
I felt that they lived up to everything that they promised, and in a number of occasions, me personally, I think they exceeded their expectations or what they promised.
With regards to Hunafaa themselves, alhamdulillah, I told this to them at the time, and I'll say it again now, they did everything that they set out to do. Everything that they said was going to happen, they did to the best of their ability. And if it didn't happen, because there were 1 or 2 occasions where you can't, they explained it well in time, and they tried to come up with the best compromise, and they were as clear and forthright with it as they could be.
All in all, I would say very approachable, easygoing, and easy to talk to. That's one of the best things you can find in tour guides, is someone that you can approach and ask questions without feeling that you might feel small or something. And that's one thing they really did for me, and I will never forget that.
And I remember thinking to myself, how easy this is. You know, all my life people are saying Hajj is so difficult, Hajj is this, Hajj is that. But I found it was also easy, and I'd have to say probably some of it, or most of it, is down to the brothers at Hunafaa and the way they helped us, they prepared us.